John and Chris here on Radio Wey. Now, do you ever get those times when you feel hungry and you just can't be bothered to cook? I think we've all experienced that sometimes, haven't we? Thankfully, help is at hand from the local takeaway outlet who can deliver food to you wherever you are. Yes, some very strange places takeaways are being delivered. We'll find out more about that very shortly. Hungryhouse.co.uk is a website offering all your takeaway menus in one place. You can search by postcode and see what restaurants there are in your area and get your food delivered. They've been conducting some research into our love of takeaways, and they found that we're having them delivered to some very odd places. Let's talk to Shane Lake, who is on the line now from hungryhouse.co.uk. Good morning, Shane.
Morning, John.
Morning, welcome to Radio Wey. Now, we've had a few lost pizza deliveries trying to find our studios here within the hospital on occasions. I know my co-host Chris has got the local pizza delivery place on speed dial and trying to drive around looking for us here in the hospital. But that pales into insignificance when we look at what this research has been brought up. Some very odd places coming up.
Yeah, exactly. Sort of people tend to associate a takeaway with a cosy night in on the sofa, but our research shown that people can be quite imaginative when it comes to where they eat their favourite curry or pizza.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at some of the research you got here, somebody had a takeaway delivered to a swimming club in Nottingham, and another person had theirs sent to the gym. So I guess for those particular people, the fitness regime wasn't going too well.
Yeah, exactly. It's normally once I've been to the gym, I quite fancy a takeaway, but I've never actually thought of being brave enough to order one there. But no, it's obviously I can't divulge specific details of where these deliveries were made, but yeah, there's been some very sort of interesting locations. Bristol Airport was another one that we found in our studies. The Ritz in London was...
Imagine that, the Ritz in London. You got the posh restaurant there. Like, no, I want to have a takeaway delivered. I wonder what the receptionist there would think when a pizza turns up.
Yeah, exactly. And sort of one of the other ones was a roundabout, the middle of a roundabout in Birmingham, which was quite an interesting one. I guess the people constructing the roads late at night sort of do get peckish as well. So.
Well, I was thinking it has to be somebody working on the roundabout or doing some sort of road works. You wouldn't get just a random person walking across the road and thinking, stopping on the roundabout thinking, oh, I'm hungry, I'm going to order pizza, would you surely?
No, exactly. Unless they sort of had one too many and were struggling to find their way home. But, yeah.
Yes, and also looking down this list here, dentist surgery. So would that be a patient waiting to see a dentist, taking a bit too long and they order a pizza? What's that about?
Well, I think we found sort of most of the people who would be ordering at these locations would tend to be working at these locations, even though they do seem a bit strange. And I think sort of the number one on our list was a graveyard, actually, which is quite interesting to think.
Right.
That's not a terribly easy place to eat your meal, but we found that was sort of the most bizarre location.
I can just imagine the phone call, where that's all delivered to, like the 12th gravestone to the left by the church. Yeah. It's bizarre, isn't it? But as you say, people work in these places and they do have to eat, and a lot of these bizarre occurrences seem to happen at night, and I guess going online to your website is more appealing now than traipsing into the nearest high street, particularly if you're in an unknown town in the dead of night. And sites like yours are great, because we don't always have those takeaway menus to hand when we're peckish, do we?
Yeah, exactly, and that's sort of the problem we're looking to solve. And obviously there's also a lot of wastage with takeaway menus. You get thousands of flyers through your front door. So the beauty of our service is that they're all there online in front of you, and you can choose your food and actually order and also pay online. So that's one of the other sort of conveniences. Excellent.
So you don't have to fumble them out for small change. You pay and your delivery turns up.
Exactly.
Brilliant. So how long has your website been, hungryhouse.co.uk, how long has that been in existence?
Well, we've been running since 2006, and that started in London, in Putney actually, and sort of since then we've been growing, and now we've now got about 2,500 restaurants across the UK. So most of the major towns, and we're sort of adding new restaurants all the time. We're growing at about 200 a month. It's a great way for restaurants to get onto the internet at very little cost to them. So.
Yeah, I would imagine from a restaurant's point of view, this is great, because they get themselves on here, and people will go to your website, and they may find a particular restaurant they may not have thought of using.
Exactly, and one of the other powerful features of our site is custom customer reviews, so you can actually read what other people are saying about your local takeaways and choose the best. So it's it's best for both the customer and the restaurant.
Excellent. And with mobile phones now featuring the internet, we can be anywhere in the world and order stuff and go on the internet. So I guess that's revolutionised the site.
Yeah, exactly. And we've got an iPhone app that's actually just about to be launched. So and it's really the perfect sort of use for a phone. Is you can be on your way home on the train and order your takeaway so it arrives at home when you do.
Or if you can't wait to get home, you might have it delivered to the station.
Exactly. And another one for our list.
Yes, we've had a few coming into us here at Radio Wey. We had somebody at a festival that ordered takeaway, and also somebody at a bus stop as well. Somebody in a queue at a nightclub ordering a takeaway. The list can go on and on and on. It's great though. It's a lovely sort of quirky stories. You've also been looking, Shane, at our takeaway habits. You see that over a third of the 1,000 or so people that you spoke to said that they ordered takeaway to their place of work in the past. Well, 54% said they'd be more likely to eat takeaways at a friend's house rather than at home. So to me, this suggests that a lot of us are seeing takeaways as a social experience.
Yeah, exactly. It's people tend to get together, and it normally also coincides with either some sport on the TV, or obviously at the moment with X Factor and these sort of shows on it, it's a really social event. Everyone gets together on a Saturday night and orders a takeaway. So. Is
that how you spend your Saturday night then?
Occasionally. I need to sort of not sample my products too much, but you've got to keep an eye on it though.
It's a perfect excuse though, isn't it? To order loads of takeaway just to make sure everything's up to scratch.
Exactly.
Brilliant. So if we get peckish, we can go to your website, which is hungryhouse.co.uk. As of the way, you just type in your postcode and it comes out of all the restaurants that are in your area.
Yes, that's right. And then you basically choose whichever restaurant you want. You can read the customer reviews and choose your food, and then we handle the rest for you.
Excellent. A one-stop shop for all your takeaway needs. You never need to be hungry again if you order all that food in. So hungryhouse.co.uk. Shane, thanks for being on the show this morning.
No problem.
You might go and use your website later. There's lunchtime coming up. That's Shane Lake there from hungryhouse.co.uk.